I forgot to mute the YouTube channel. What an idiot. Rocky move. Oh, Jesus. Right, let's have a look who's here. Vasu first, as always. And Chris is in. Hello. Hello, everybody. So today, I'm doing a bit of a change today. I was meant to do the third and final part of my Alien vs Predator like concept, movie concept. But I thought, well, Mortal Kombat is hot at the minute. So I kind of like swapped it around. So I think next Tuesday, I'll be finishing that off. So today, it's going to be more of just a loose discussion on Mortal Kombat. Either the films, the games, anything really. So someone can just like chuck out anything they want to talk about Mortal Kombat and then we'll just talk about it. Also, the idea of whoever wants to come on, let me know. If they send me a private message on Twitter, I can just send you the link and you can just come on and you got about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then just talk about anything you want, Mortal Kombat wise. It could be literally anything apart from the movie. No spoilers. Don't want no spoilers here. It's not out here in the UK yet. So I don't think I'll be talking about the new movie, apart from, you know, what we've already seen or speculation or rumour. But no spoilers. Other than that, we can talk about anything else. So I've only got a few things that I want to talk about. I've got like a fan-made storyline that I'd like to be seen in a game. So I'll be talking about that soon. But how does everyone appreciate the gift that I've made here? Yeah. Combining the new movie with the first game. Including Lego spoilers. Did Lego do any spoilers? I know they did like their own take on the trailers, which is pretty good. But all I was thinking was if Ninjago was 18 rated. Splendid. The Emperor will be overjoyed. King Sayo, he's just joined. Yo. Nice of you to join. So I'm just going to go and check my Twitter if anyone's messaged at all. No one's messaged because they don't want to come on because I'm such a, you know, I'm so low in the rankings of like YouTube. It's like I just don't even register. Can I bring up how annoyed I am at Sissy Stringer is getting her for being Melina due to her skin tone? Melina is never been pale to my knowledge. I don't know if one. I was talking to Future Boy about this on one of our on our private call. On how I wouldn't mind if CC was actually Katana as well. Is it too spicy? Could be. I mean, I'm not hating on it at all. I tried to like rationalise it. Now, if they had her as Katana, then obviously we know what Sindal's like. Now, Sindal, the mother of Katana. Now, if she was played by someone of white skin, then they could do King Jared could be played by a black person. because King Jared isn't really, he's not explored. He's just there as someone to be knocked off, right? So he can be changed. Now, if they wanted to rationalise it that way, while keeping Sindel being the way we see it in the games, then you could still have Cece as Katana and have King Jared play as a black guy because, you know, black, white makes cream. If you get what I mean? I didn't mean that to rhyme. So that's how I discussed that with Future Boy. So I wouldn't mind her playing Katana. So what do you think about that, King Sayo? I'll wait for your reply. What do you think of King Jared being played by a black man, having Sindel as, you know, the way we see her, you know, in the games? I reckon we can get around that because, you know, Katana and Melina are supposed to be the same anyway, or, you know, looking, apart from, you know, Melina's a psycho bitch. I reckon it'd work out quite well. There's nothing bad about what I've just said. You know, you try and make things plausible in the mind. King Jared isn't really that much of a hardened character, really, is he? So there's play. There's a little play area there. Yeah. As long as the acting is good, you know. I mean, you still got to stick to some established things. You know, you can't just do it for the sake of, you know, oh, we should do this because of that. There's got to be reason. But I've tried to rationalise it, and that's how I'd get around it, of having Katana being played by Cece. Now, I've not seen her act, so I might need to have a look at her acting skills, and let's see if she could pull it off playing Katana. And we'd probably need to see her, Cece, and Ludi Lin, like their interaction, like in real life as well as on screen, to see if they would play off well. Because I could see them pair getting on. You know, as they do in the games, they become a pair. Unless the new games have drastically changed it. Because because of Mortal Kombat 11 and the time displacement, everything seems to have changed, and Liu Kang and Katana don't seem to be like molding together as well as they did, because it's way back, isn't it? So are they going to change it in the? Well, they already haven't now, because Liu Kang is now the Fire God, and he's gone back in time, and he's gone back to like before the Great Kung Lao becomes the Earth's greatest champion. They did change a lot in the MCU, and it worked. It worked, but is that because characters weren't really that established and people didn't really like them, so they had a bit of play? You know, they could play with the characters and play with the storylines. Chris, MK9 is when they rebooted the whole thing. Sorry, I'm a classic gamer. Yeah, MK9 did reboot it, but they kind of played on the Liu Kang and Katana interaction quite early. It's like Liu Kang just instantly fell in love with her straight away. You know, she kind of like tried to fight him, and he just like brushed her off. But he liked her, and then she kind of like changed her mind about Earthrealmers and kind of liked Liu Kang. But when it comes to Mortal Kombat 11, the whole thing has changed, and the interactions between them pairs seem like really off and distant. It's like you can see that Liu Kang liked her, but she's kind of occupied of trying to save her realm, and not occupied of any sort of companionship whatsoever. So it's all different. It's all new. So unless they're going down that route of not having Liu Kang and Katana get it on, or at least get together, then I don't know how they can bring a love story up between them pair. But there you go. Let me just check if anyone's given me any messages. No one wants to come on. Why does no one want to talk with me? I see. Yeah, bro, where you cam at? I want to see you. Why do you want to see me for? I was gonna just show this image off. It's like this GIF that I put together quite a while ago. It's like a mix of the Mortal Kombat 1 style, Mortal Kombat 1 game style, with the new logo, and it just switches in between. I thought, I like that, you know. But I was gonna get into like discussion of like Johnny Cage. I don't know enough to come on. That's it. Well, I don't know if you do you know any characters? Have you used to play it? Did you have any interests? Chris, can't come on, bud. I'm multitasking 2 kiddies. That's fine. Your kids come first, obviously. There's no question there. But I'll remember next time. when I've got my cat to attend to, it's like, sorry, Chris, I can't come on. I got my cat to attend to. Tell you what, hang on. Let me do this. Hang on. There you go. Is that better? I'm on now. I haven't got my my beanie on today. The what is it? The tradition is broken. What's he say? Let's have a look. King says, which 3 characters do you want to see in the sequel? Well, that's funny because I was going to bring up this guy. Oh, no, hang on. Where is he? There you go. I think he's definitely one that everyone wants. I think 100% everybody wants this guy. this guy, this way. It's like the camera. He's not over there. He's over there. So everyone wants this guy. I think it's pretty obvious. I want to see as well, because they'll be going into Outworld. I want to see Baraka. I want to see him because we know Melina exposes her teeth. We see that. And it just makes me want to see what Baraka, their version of Baraka, would look like. Because it's just face, teeth, and blades. How would they tackle that? Because the way I see Baraka with his arm blades is that instead of like one big spike, I want to see like say he's got like loads of spikes on his arm and they just shoot out all in one and they form one giant spike. So it's like multiple spikes to form into one shard. That's the way I'd want to see him. That's my interpretation. It's more like Chris said when I was on his stream. Was it yesterday? Can't remember. When he was doing his drawing, his painting of his version of Baraka, he said he doesn't know how to do the blades. And straight away, I typed up on his stream how I would see, how I see the blades, which is like multiple spikes to form one big blade, one big spike. And he kind of liked it. He said it was more organic, which, yeah, it is. Instead of just having a blade there and then it comes out, it's like, well, how can you do that? It's like, it just looks like one thing coming out and it just doesn't look, it just looks too basic. So having loads of shards coming out off his arm, and then they just come out and shoot out into one big shard, kind of looks like it's an interesting concept anyway. Vasi says, I'm hyped for authentic fight scenes with women doing martial arts. Some of the stuff out the last while is laughable. I'm trying to think of a film with a female martial artist that I've seen. You're right. I can't think of anything I've seen lately where there's a prominent female martial artist. Now, back in my day, I used to watch a lot of Cynthia Rothrock, China O'Brien and things like that. Cynthia Rothrock was my go-to girl. But I'm back of that era of watching like old style martial arts movies. So it's funny how there isn't a modern day Cynthia Rothrock that I can think of. Nothing shoots out in my mind unless someone can put it on here. Spew out some names. Chris said, as it is, and I'm experimenting with the idea. I could do, if you want, Chris, I could do like a sketch and show you how I would see it, but I don't want to alter your drawing or your interpretation, because the way I see the spikes is it's not just on top, they come from kind of underneath and wrap around. So it's not just one line, it's they come around and up, and they're all in different directions. Just like some stick out more. That's the way I see it. So if Todd Gardner, if you're watching, the idea is there for you. It's there. If you wanted something different that looks kind of cool and, like Chris says, organic, then there's the idea. Vasily says, have you seen the fight scenes in Batwoman? It's roly-poly fight scenes. Same with BOP. What's BOP? I don't know. Women's fight scenes are shite. It depends. I need to see them. There's not many female fight scenes that kind of stick out in the mind as of the last few years. And I think it is a shame because, it's like there's plenty of female characters that, could do, that need good female martial artists. Is her name Zara Vythan or Fythan? I can't pronounce her name. Female British actress martial artist. She sticks out, as well as another one called Chloe Bruce. She's another one. Both British. They do films. They're both shit hot at martial arts. They probably need their time. They could do with some big prominent roles, especially when it comes to martial arts, female-led martial arts films. There's not many. I do welcome them, as long as they're done well. I mean, you've got like the likes of what's her name now? Don't want to play Cara Dune. I forgot her name, just escapes. What's her name, quick? I forgot. What an idiot. I can't believe I forgot. Can you believe it? Oh my God. Gina Carano. How can I forget? See, I'm not good at on the spot. When it comes to on the spot, my brain goes. So yeah, Gina Carano's probably one that could do a good high-level fight scene today. The one who played Cara Dune. Yeah, I forgot. I just completely forgot. She's the only like top female actress at the moment that's well known, good or bad, that could do fight scenes and people would believe it because she's a believable badass. I had an idea for in the next Mortal Kombat film, if they ever brought Tara, which is a Mortal Kombat 4 character, Mortal Kombat 4 game character, if they was to bring her, they could have Sasha Banks from WWE play her. And then someone on my Twitter replied saying, she don't know martial arts. I'm like, well, not everyone has to be a legit martial artist because she knows wrestling holds. And it'd be good to actually have a joint manipulator and wrestler in Mortal Kombat. Have the character different from everyone else that just throws kicks and punches. Someone that could literally throw you around using your own body weight or joint manipulation. She doesn't need to be stronger or heavier. She just knows how to manipulate your joints to bend you to her will. That's how I see it. It'd be good to have someone like her, and she can pull off a mean Hurricanrana. She can do it. So it'd be interesting as well because you've seen loads of kicks and punches. It's good. I love the Undisputed movies. There's plenty of kicks and punches in that series. But if you want to add something fresh to the Mortal Kombat films, have someone like Sasha Banks with her skills, have her do martial arts, because I'm sure she can do martial arts through kicks and punches, but then have her do some submissions, have her do some joint manipulation, things like, drop kicks or, something different that stands out from everyone else. If someone was to throw a kick at her, she can grab your leg, twist it, bend it, ankle lock, it's something different. And I reckon it would work. And, she looks the part. And she's pretty hot in WWE at the minute. I know she just lost the women's title at WrestleMania. But, she's still, she's in the Mandalorian now, isn't she? She's getting her acting chops on roll. So why not strike the iron? Strike the iron while it's hot. I know I'm off camera. Has anyone sent any messages to come on? Does anyone want to come on? Hang on. So if I copy that, I'm going to post this into who was in now. Right, so I've just put that in my Twitter Mortal Kombat Earth Realms of Mortal Kombat chat. But there you go. So Johnny Cage is definitely a must. He is a must. Oh no, don't do that yet. But here we go. This is me. So yeah, 1995. I wasn't even old enough to go and see it. I wasn't old enough, but when it come on VHS, I purposely took time off school, and when my dad rented the VHS, and I was like, "Oh, Dad, I can't go to school. I feel ill." And then when he left to drop my brothers off, I went downstairs, and while he went to work and I had the house to myself, I watched it 3 times, one after another. We already watched it on the night before, but then I watched it 3 times right after another in the day. And then when my dad would come back and be like, "Yeah, I feel better, Dad. Yeah, I feel better." And then he'd be like, "Did we rewind this tape last night?" I'm like, "What?" He goes, "You've watched it, haven't you?" I went, "Yeah, I felt bored, but I feel better now, Dad." And he looked at me because he knew. He knew I was lying. Very fond memories of the 99. Yeah. It was one of them films where, did it need the blood? Did it need the gore? I don't know whether you've seen the YouTube channel Corridor Crew, where they've taken some of these older films or newer films, and they've just added gore, and it's just a completely different film. They've taken some clips from films, and they've added gore, and I'm thinking, could they do that with the 1995 Mortal Kombat? Like, do clips, yeah. If you're going to do clips, but could they do the whole film and then just release it for free on their channel, like the whole film? It'd be very interesting if they could do a whole Mortal Kombat 1995 film and go over it with gore. Like, every punch there's blood splat, and then do something different with it. You know, if there's a fatality or something, you know, just over the top gore, Mortal Kombat style. King says, how do you want to see the movie end if you've not seen it already? Let's just say I've been spoiled. They're literally everywhere. I can't escape them. There was a phase, like, they were all on Twitter, there was all on YouTube, and I just couldn't escape it. I'm kind of spoiled. I've said to Future Boy my concerns, because we spoke about it, but I want to see play out on screen. I want to see how it plays, and then I will be brutally honest. I will praise the bits that need praising, but I will be honest when it comes to the bits that I personally don't like. Just me personally. Everyone else could turn to me and go, shut up, Dave, you don't know what you're talking about, but this is me. So you can't tell me what I should like and what I shouldn't like. Chris said it was a product of his time. It was. Everything else that come up during that time, it was very lacking in terms of quality. But Mortal Kombat still has that acting quality compared to everything else that come out. And even now, if you look at some films now, it's still the acting still holds up now compared to things today. It's very weird. You can cringe at some bits, you know, because the era of the time it was made. Chris says, I've literally cut myself off from MK News, except Future Boys by the minute updates. Yeah, it's like, you don't sleep. The guy is a machine. It's like, does he ever sleep? He must have like an endless supply of Pro Plus. He just keeps popping them pills. And like, no, I was stay awake. Chris also says, oh yes, as far as the video game films go, MK is by far the best compared to Mario and Street Fighter. Yeah. Street Fighter, you could just say, just watch it and turn off your brain and just have fun with it. Don't take it serious in any sort of way. Like, no way. Just don't take it serious. Just have fun with it. And that's how I kind of enjoy it. If it's on TV, I'll watch it because it's just a fun laugh. Mortal Kombat, I'm zoning in. You know, I'm in there. Some bits I find funny, you know, and hilarious. But I look at it and I'm like, I'm still zoned in. It's still one of those. And then when Mortal Kombat Annihilation comes on, again, I'll put it above Street Fighter in terms of in terms of taking it seriously, because it's a guilty pleasure movie of mine. The only good thing about Annihilation is the MK theme at the end. Well, I respect your opinion. Chris responds to Chris. King responds to Chris. I love General Bison. Yeah. Guile, you have made me a happy man. Next, I'll make you a dead one. So I'm going to go on to the next picture. Let's have a look. What else have I got? Right. I kind of did this design because when the first Mortal Kombat trailer come out for the movie, the 2021 movie, all we saw was the lettering, and I thought, I'd love to see a dragon logo in the same sort of rough style. So, on paper, I sketched a few designs, and eventually I come up with one that I kind of liked. So I uploaded it to my computer and I started messing around with it, and put it together with the weird font that we saw on the trailer, and kind of like this one. It just looks different, but it's the Mortal Kombat sign. If you were to look at that without the bottom, you'd think someone's tried to draw the Mortal Kombat dragon, so it's recognisable. Zangief, you got paid? Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Because he paid me African food, Jan. You got paid, DJ. Yeah. Oh, gosh, it was tragic. King says, damn, you're making my night. I'll try my best. Try and do try and make it fun. I'll try and get another half an hour in. I don't know if anyone wants to come on. I haven't checked. No one wants to come on. See, I'm not well known enough, you see. No one wants to come on and just have a discussion. I'll get there. I'll get someone on one day. Oh yeah. Zango, quick, change the channel. And everyone looks at him like, what? They're fighting live. They are good. Some good stuff from the film, but in a light-hearted way. You can have fun with it. But let's not talk about how they tried to reboot the franchise with Street Fighter: The Legend of Chun-Li. Chun-Li, that Mortal Kombat character. Yeah. Let's not get into that abomination. Vassie says, I can come on after the movie's out and give my take as a lady who has done martial arts. Booyah! Cool, that's fine. I think it comes out, is it 25th? 23rd of this month. So we've still got 10 days. I don't know if the cinemas around here in the UK will be open. I want to see it in the cinema. I don't want to stream it. I don't want to sit here, lazy, have my crisps and drink and just sit my feet up. I want to go and see it. So if I go and see it in the cinema, my focus is all on that big screen. Vassie says, I'll bring all the spicy hot takes. Do what you want. You can say what you want, just as long as it doesn't get me booted off. Because I'll be linking them to you. You. King says, let me ask this. What do you think making video adaptations fail? Interpretation. I think it's all to do with the interpretation. One's own interpretation. It's the same with when it comes to book adaptions as well. It's like, this is how I see it. Right. When you're reading a book, so you're reading you're in the book, and everyone sees in their own mind how people look, how they move, how they see a scene. They see in their own mind, that everybody has their own way of seeing it. So, when a movie adaptation comes from a book, all those people that have read the book only see one person's interpretation, and it's not theirs. So already they're thinking, well, this isn't the way I see it. So the filmmakers have to try and pander to everybody. It's hard to do everyone's version at the same time in one film. It can't be done. This is why I have a bit of sympathy when it comes to movie makers, when it comes to adapting medias to film, because of interpretation, especially from books. Now, when it comes to games, I think it's the whole interaction element is taken away. The way you play a game, at your way of playing the game, your pacing, against the way you process story. So when a game story is told to you, because of your interactions, you play the pacing out in your mind. So of course, when it's done on film, when it's adapted, again, it's not your interpretation, and your interaction is stripped away. Your pacing is stripped away. So again, the filmmakers have to try and gauge that average, that balance. But that's how I see it. That's why some interpretations fail. Now, there is an element of bad filmmaking as well, and completely crapping on the lore of whatever's been adapted. I think even now you've got all these fighting video game adaptations, and people don't like Tekken because it stripped away all the best elements of Tekken. When it comes to like everyone's individual storylines, and they made it like a dystopian just tournament, and there was no like demon gene and things like that, and it was a totally stripped down version. I think they tried to put too much into one film, but that's another thing. Now, I did like it for the action. The action was good. The camera angle, the filming, the camera action, the camera angles were good, and quality was good. But the storyline was too condensed. But then you look at an adaptation that you probably haven't even never heard of, which is The King of Fighters. No one's ever heard or seen this movie adaptation. And it had a few known actors in there, especially the kid from Never Back Down, the main kid. He was in there. And it was billed to be one of the greatest, fighting game adaptations, to date since Mortal Kombat. And then I come across a burnt copy, and I watched it, and even though I had hardly any knowledge of the games and the storyline, from what I saw in the film, even from a film standpoint, it was low quality. It was too dark. And I mean, from what the games are, they're like bright, and some of the characters are really young looking, but they completely changed everything. And instead of the fights happening in the real world, they went the Matrix route and had like some sort of device they put in their ear, and within a split second in real life, your consciousness is thrust into a different world, like an online thing, like a Matrix thing, and you become this over-the-top character and you fight in an online tournament as these characters, and then once you win or lose, then you come back out, and then in real life, it's like not even a second has gone past. It just happens. Bang. It's done. Then you take the thing out your ear and you're done. And I'm like, what? That's what they're going to do now. And just like the Matrix, if you die in the Matrix, you die in real life. But the main character, the main bad character in the film, decided that he wanted to live in this world. So he constantly stayed plugged in. And he was killing these people in tournaments when you're not really supposed to. And somehow the only way to stop him and take him out of this tournament was if people went in and stopped him. And the guy who played the main bad guy was Ray Park. I can't remember the main character's, the main bad character's bad name. Was it Raw? I can't remember. He's red eye. He had a red eye. But so they all tried to go in there and stop him. And I'm thinking, I've played the games and the fights happen in real life. They don't happen in a Matrix style world within a split second. So yeah, that to me is probably the worst fighting game adaptation ever to be made. I don't want to get into Tekken 2 because from what I read on Tekken 2, the film, even though it's a prequel and they call it Tekken 2, it started off as its own film, and then someone snapped the rights and just says, just a Tekken 2 label on it. So they changed a few things, and it was like, it wasn't even Tekken. It was just Tekken in name only and character names only. There was nothing else. But I don't even want to put that in because of how the film was meant to start as. So I don't even rate that as a game adaptation. Hang on. Someone says something. Oh. Chris says, I'm a Wing Chun man. So I'm more freestyle kickboxing, but I do a bit of grappling. But I'm more exhibition. I like to do exhibition stuff. I like to extend my kicks more. I like to do flip. I can do a few flips and do a few tricks, but more freestyle kickboxing. Luke. Chris says they tried a Tekken film too. Don't you know? Where have you been? Yeah, they did a Tekken film. Oh, they Dead or Alive. Now that, I don't know how I see that as. A reboot of a remake of a reboot. So picture Enter the Dragon, and then you got the modern day supernatural remake, which is Mortal Kombat, and then you've got a more flamboyant supernatural techie version of Mortal Kombat, which is Dead or Alive. That's how I see it, because it just follows kind of like the same path, the same storyline. You know, they go to an island, they fight in a tournament, and then the tournament goes awry, and then they escape the island. It's just a female-led, techie, cartoony version of the Mortal Kombat film, whereas the Mortal Kombat film is a supernatural reboot of Enter the Dragon. But I enjoyed it. Again, it was one of them films where I enjoyed it, and it was meant to be fun. It wasn't meant to be super serious. It was just meant to be fun, and I enjoyed it. And again, if it's on TV, I'm going to watch it. Lassie says, love Ray Park. I do, yeah, he's a good martial artist, good actor, but what happened to him lately? I'm just going to get into speculation now because no one knows the full story, or I haven't kept up on it, where I think his missus cheated on him and he just went, as anyone would, and he just decided to lash out by posting explicit things between him and his ex. Now, yeah, it was bad what he did, but I mean, it's a man lashing out. You know, his missus cheated on him. You know, it's all alleged, but I mean, if I've been cheated on before and I've not blown my top, yeah, it's one of them things. It tends to make you do stupid things. So anyway, that video, that was it. The Instagram video. Yeah, I kind of like went past it and I was like, oops, Ray Park, what have you done? But then I can't. Someone, you know, doing a bit of research on it. So he says that his girlfriend or wife cheating on him. I probably need to look into that more. So what I want to get on to Mortal Kombat again because he went off on game adaptations and why do adaptations fail. Let's not get into Euroball, the director, on all of his game adaptations because as far as I know, they've all been very bad. He probably hasn't had the budget on every single one he's done, but they've all been really bad. I was looking forward to Far Cry, and it was just a complete letdown. But anyway, does anyone want to come on yet? Let's have a look. No one wants to come on yet. Stuff you lot then. Stuff, yeah. So, okay, right. So if I get into... I'm going to get into a storyline that I come up with in terms of Mortal Kombat games. Now, they could go in any direction. There's loads of roads that split off. And the one thing that everyone kind of like enjoyed from the games was the Deadly Alliance between the two sorcerers, Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. And it was a really good team up, even though, you know, if either one of them could have turned on each other at any opportune moment. So it was very tense. And I wish that they kind of did, you know, they could have like played on it more, but it was a good team up, you know, something new. And I thought, okay, right, since the restarts, all these restarts, why can't they have, just like Liu Kang and Raiden were always destined to clash, why don't they have a Shang Tsung and Quan Chi always destined to be a deadly alliance, and they always come up with different plans on, you know, to like, you know, one up everyone else. So I thought, okay, I want to come up with something that I've not seen. So if you go back to MKX, where you see Hanzo decapitate Quan Chi, and he's dead. So you got to think that he's gone. His soul, spirit, whatever, has gone back down to the Nether Realm, and you could say he's kind of like lost power-wise. He hasn't got much power, so he has to try and build his way back up again. So he's there, and he's like, oh, I've got to get back. So the only way to probably get him back was, I thought, right, Shang Tsung would probably be the one to bring him back, because Shang Tsung has a plan that he wants to, you know, he's become desperate. He wants to not just take Earthrealm, but he wants to take Outworld as well, you know, because he always wants the power. So when Shang Tsung kind of like gets revived, by taking the souls of Ermac, I think, in one of the storylines. I think, is it Ermac that gets led, and then Shang Tsung starts taking souls, and then he resurrects himself. I could be wrong, but that would be a good thing if it's wrong. So he comes back, and he's desperate. So he now has to use up some of his power to bring back Quan Chi. So if I come here, so this I make up all these pictures, by the way. So I haven't stolen anyone else's pictures; they're all mine. So Shang Tsung, after being fully revived, Shang Tsung used his power to reach deep into the depths of the Nether Realm to resurrect Quan Chi. So you see here where Shang Tsung has now got the bones of Quan Chi, and he's pulling his soul back to Quan Chi, basically resurrecting him. So we see that, and I come here. Shang Tsung has a plan that would require the Necromancer and his talents. So we know that Shang Tsung has souls, and Quan Chi is the one that can resurrect, like flesh and blood, bone. So Shang Tsung has a plan. So I'm going to go to the next one, next screenshot. The plan Shang put to Quan Chi was to combine their abilities to resurrect a particular warrior that Shang possesses the soul of. So Shang has a soul that would require the talents of Quan Chi to resurrect, bring back, and control. Quan Chi asks what Shang Tsung could possibly offer him. Shang offers to teach Quan Chi the secret to soul stealing. Shang offers a soul to him. Quan Chi agrees to the deal. So the picture shows Shang giving Quan Chi a soul, and Quan Chi's like, oh, so it's like a bribe. So it's like, there's a bit of a sweetener, and you can see Shang's face. Look at him. He's like, yeah, I've got you now, son. I got you now. Right. So go to the next one. With their combined powers, they begin the resurrection. Shang Tsung supplies the warrior's soul, Quan Chi making the soul flesh and blood. So the picture I got was the background of MKX, where you have it's like is it Quan Chi's pit, the blood pit, and we see in the game you see that character come up from the middle, and you don't know who it is. So that's kind of like a gateway to Netherrealm, I'm guessing. I'd have a strong guess that it's a gateway to Netherrealm. So you see Quan Chi and Shang Tsung working together to make this soul flesh and blood, but have it be corrupted to be, they can control it. So if I go to the next picture, here we go. When Quan Chi realizes who was being resurrected, he knew Shang Tsung was sacrificing something very precious. The soul of Earth's greatest champion. Badoosh! The great Kung Lao, now part of the new Deadly Alliance. Boom, boom! So, in this Deadly Alliance, instead of going and directly attacking people, Shang, which still possesses the soul of the great Kung Lao, is now offering that up to make the soul flesh and blood through Quan Chi, because he can resurrect the dead, and use Kung Lao to fight against Earthrealmers as well as Outworld Warriors to take over. So it's a new tactic, a new way of showing the Deadly Alliance, and a different plan. And I really enjoy this. So I love making up Mortal Kombat stories. Just enjoy it. It's my thing. So how does everyone like that? So that's that. I would love to see this explored in the game. You know, they use old Earthrealmers because they've done it before, but to use the Great Kung Lao would be a good way to bring that character into you know, the Mortal Kombat we know. And later on in the storyline, you could have them save the Great Kung Lao, like purify his soul. Have him not be under control of Quan Chi and Shang Tsung. And now we have, you know, say in a future Mortal Kombat, you now have the Great Kung Lao fighting alongside his ancestor Kung Lao and Liu Kang. And it'd be a good way to have this character be you know, playable for the first time ever. Especially a character that, you know, this whole series kind of, you know, built the back off, you know, when it comes to storyline of him being the greatest of Earth's warriors. It'd be cool to have him playable, come back and explore him as being the greatest warrior of Earth. You know, showcase him, show him off. Does anyone want to come in? No, no one wants to come in. So there we go. Do I have anything else? No, I think that's my last picture. So there we go. You got the great Kung Lao coming back as not. I wouldn't say a revenant. I don't know. Could you say he'd be a revenant? Would he be a revenant, Great Kung Lao? The Great Revenant Kung Lao. Yes, Vassi, I know you're busy. You got assignments. You're listening to me in the background. I know. I understand. You just carry on with your work. I'll just be that dull noise in the background. You know, like when people have TV on in the background, just to have a bit of noise. That's all I am. Just noise. So it'd be nice story to explore. So I'll go back to this. All I do is type, what's it like to even go outside anymore? You go outside for the first time, it's like, the light! It burns! Well, what was it, yesterday? The gyms opened up officially, and I had to go. I just had to. I had to christen the gym on the first day of opening after work. I had to go. Get some training in on the bag. Do a bit of core. Oh, do a bit of core and cardio. Yeah, a bit of core and cardio. Got to try and burn off that quarantine fat. They won't open yours. Oh. I mean, I tried to do things at home. The girlfriend got me onto this YouTube channel that nearly every day. Nearly every day. She was doing it every day. I was doing it nearly every day. And we'd do like either half an hour to an hour like core and fat burn workout. It helped because I was getting so lazy because I wasn't even at work. I wasn't working. I was still on furlough. So it's good to get back to doing some martial arts, smashing them bags officially. Chris says, gotta wait till May before I can train. It's a bugger, man. I mean, I've seen some of my old friends, and you know, because of this lockdown, that like me, I gain weight really fast, but I could also lose it really fast. So it's just getting back, and especially like after you know, nearly breaking my ankle, couldn't do anything, couldn't move. So it happened during like just before the furlough as well. So I couldn't literally do anything for like 6 months. Couldn't stand on it. Now it's about 85-90% now. I still have to have straps on my ankle, and I can do things now. But there's certain things I'm like, I don't want to do anything super silly, you know, because I want to. It'd be good to do like some short films again, and possibly like do some like Mortal Kombat stuff. It'd be good to like meet up with a load of people that want to do short films, and we could do some action scenes, some fight scenes, Mortal Kombat style. Vassie says, I've got kettlebells. They are great, but I want the bar rack and other options. Yeah, yeah. Let's get back into it. So well, I'm not going to be long now. I said I was going to be about an hour, because I don't know whether Chris, are you still here? Are you still doing yours now? Are you doing your stream? Because I'm going to go on to yours now after this and see what you're up to. You know, I've got to grace you with my presence since you've come on to mine. I'm still waiting for Vassie to do your live stream on anything you like. Yeah. See if anyone's... No. So no one's going to come on this stream. Oh, wait. So next week I'll try and finish off my AVP, Alien vs Predator concept movie thing. Finish that off. But I would have liked people to have actually come on to have a bit more of a discussion about Mortal Kombat. So, you know, they could come up with a subject and we could talk about that. Marshmallow, I don't know how long you've been here. I've been on an hour, but I've got to go in a bit. It's too bad. Unless you want a quick 5 minutes. I don't know if anyone wants to come on for 5 minutes. Sorry, I'm late, man. I know. I'm glad you like the logo. I actually put this one together. It's a mix of the Mortal Kombat 1 game style, and then it morphs into the new logo. I do picture edits and drawings. Yeah. I mean, if you want to look through the stream on like double speed, I'll just go over a few things. It's basically just a general chat. I wanted to talk more Mortal Kombat, but I didn't want to get into spoilers with the film. How did I create it? There's a couple of like online sites that put together certain pictures and then squash them into one. So I did a load of different edits where it was, as you see it now, I just go over a bit at a time and just black it off. And then I put all them pictures together, and then it rolls off and it morphs into one image. So it goes from one image to the next and in a smooth way. So it looks like this. So it worked out pretty well. So I thought this, you know, it's a good little edit. So I'll see if I can get at least one or two people on next week. Or no, next week. No, next week is AVP. Because I was going to do it Thursday, but I'm going to give it another week. I don't want to make doing live streams a thing for me, unless people want me to come on. Or if people want me to come on to theirs. I don't mind coming on to theirs. I mean, I do try my hardest not to swear. So I think I've got enough confidence to come on other people's streams if they want me on and talk about whatever. You know, I'm loose. I'm loose. I don't put anything on either. I mean, I'm probably putting on a phone voice. I don't know, but I do try to, you know, keep the English language alive. So the Mortal Kombat movie comes out here in the UK the 23rd of this month, and I'm hoping that it's the full version, because people are giving, in different parts of the country that have already seen it, they're giving different times, and from what I can gather, it's like the maximum that's been shredded is like 10 minutes. I'm like, where the hell's what's been taken out? And I'm hoping that it's, you know, more fights, probably extended scenes that explain more. You know, they could explain more, or you know, longer fight scenes. Vasi says, I have a phone voice. It'd be interesting to hear what it actually sounds like in conversation. Marshmallow says, you're incredibly sincere. That's all that matters. I try to be clear, try and be respectful. I do speak my mind. I don't like people telling me what to think, but I can be swayed. I can meet halfway if it comes to spicy things. But I don't want to get into anything too spicy because, you know, I don't want to take the fun out. You will need subtitles. If I speak with you, is your Irish accent very strong? Is it like a drunken Scottish man? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what the new Mortal Kombat film does. Someone says they want name 3. I think already named 3. So going back. So Johnny Cage is what everyone wants, including me. Baraka, and I know people want Jade because she's more well known than Tanya. But I wouldn't want the actress that I want for Tanya, which is Sasha Banks from WWE, to play as Jade, because I would want the Jade character, or whoever plays her, to have very good skills with the bow staff. And I mean shocking skills, like blow your mind. She's got to be good with the bow staff, and she's got to be able to do things that you don't need wires for. I mean, you probably need wires for some stunts, you know, like balancing on the pole. Let's not get too saucy. But you get what I mean. So she's got to be very, very hot with a bow staff. I don't think Sasha Banks is that type of person to play the Jade role, but she could be good for. Should put the Tanya role on a different level, because she'd stand out more. Everyone else is doing kicks, punches, and spin kicks, and jumping and spinning, while the Tanya character uses something completely different: joint manipulation, wrestling moves, you know, throwing people around using their own body weight. It's a different thing, and I reckon it would boost the character, especially if you come to on screen. If they wanted to make that character apart from everyone else and not have her be just a throwaway character. Someone that comes in now and again, or someone to fight and then get killed. But have the challenge there. Have the character present a different challenge. And I think changing the fighting style would definitely make the character stand out. Vassie says she speaks really fast. You gotta do it. So whatever stream you're on next, just speak as fast as you like. I just want to hear it. Anything else? I don't think anyone wants to come on. Right, okay, right. So if I leave everything here, I've said what I wanted to say. It's just I wanted to play off others. A few of you give me, a few subjects, which is fine. So I'm gonna let everyone go now because it's been an hour and 10 minutes, and I'm gonna shoot off, and I'm gonna join Chris German on his stream. So I'm gonna watch him do his drawing or whatever he wants to do. If he's drawing Baraka, we can discuss the Baraka blades. Lovely. So I'll be joining him. Great stream, bud. Thanks, Chris. I'll be coming to you next. Vassie, thank you, kind sir. See you at the next one. Everyone's using that. Everyone's going to come up with their own phrase. I've got mine. I had to come up with something different. Everyone's got to come up with their own thing. So I'm going to thank everyone for coming in and having the chat. Listening to me go on here and there. It's been mostly about Mortal Kombat. It's about 70% Mortal Kombat talk. Everything else. I've given my reasons for why most adaptations fail. I didn't even get onto Resident Evil. Oh, I should have spoke about that. But yeah, I've given my reasoning for why some interpretations, like adaptations from books and games, are not really perceived well by other people that see them on films. Is because you're looking at only one person's perspective and not their own. As well as when it comes to games, you're taking away all that interaction and pacing. So that's why people kind of don't, people kind of get a bit distant from it. But I think the Sonic film kind of like broke that curse. It was a basic film, but it worked and it was enjoyable, and Sonic was lovable and relatable. So they did a good job with that, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And the Mortal Kombat film looks like another step forward. Chris says his catchphrase. I'm off. Catch you on the flip side. Lovely. See you in a bit. Vassie said mine's take care. I tried the accent. I've not seen Detective Pikachu. I'm not really into Pokemon, so it's not really my thing. So if Sonic wasn't the first, could you say that Detective Pikachu was technically the first? So if that's technically the first, then all right, I'll concede that. But I've never seen it. Marshmallow says it's good fun. I might watch it. But we'll see if my son wants to watch it as well. I don't know if he's seen it. The only thing I know about Pokemon is Pika Pika and the theme tune. That's it. That's all. That's all I know. Right. So okay. I'm going to shoot off then. I'm going to put myself open to anyone that wants me on their stream. I will talk about whatever, even if I don't know what I'm talking about. If you just want someone there to be noise, I'll join on. Keep people busy. So I'm going to let everyone go, and I'm going to thank everyone for coming, watching. So I will hopefully see you all next week on my, hopefully, the conclusion to my AVP movie concept. I've done a few more sketches because people seem to like the sketches. So I've done a few more sketches. And it's hopefully it'll come to a close. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you soon. You can message me on my Twitter as well. I'm around. So thank you very much, and see you later. And your view is mine. Bye bye everybody. Bye 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 bye. See you later. Bye bye.